Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight to the No Lag Zone. All the fun's going to get started here in a moment, and as most of you know by watching my channel, yes, I'm pre-recording this neat stuff in the alternate filming room. I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to bring your love, your laughter, your energy into what hopefully will be a really, really good show. Don't worry, we're going to get everything started here in about... I wanted to be better with that, but I'm not, so you know this channel. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tonight we have two, count them, two. I know I feel like I'm on Sesame Street, but still, incredible guests tonight. We've got the Beard Advice crew in the house for their, I'm saying as the Beard Advice team, first venture into the No Lag Zone. Gentlemen, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well, doing well. Thanks for having us, Chris.
I'm doing good too. Just got one of the boys to bed. The other one's probably playing Fortnite. We'll get him rounded up. Things are good. I mean, it's been an interesting year for sure, but we keep on trucking and stay positive.
There you go. There you go. Now I see Joshua Ricks is claiming first. Joe, seriously, remember, Barbados Joe's older than me, so just remember. That's one of the few people I can say that about. I see McMahon in the house. We got Andrew. Andrew, seriously, brother, keep doing what you're doing. That 1,000 days is impressive as all get out, brother. And anything I can do to support, I'm gonna. We got the legend Rob Acker in the house. Oh, look, there's Eric Kennedy. How's my favorite Marine? Bearded Meb, how you doing? Benjamin. Okay, guys, look at that. Mitch Hanna, how you doing, brother? I hope you're okay. And you know what I'm talking about? We'll keep it private, bro. And yes, I know we got some thumbs down, guys, but that's not going to affect us tonight. Because that's just a motivation. Somebody's not liking what we're doing, and we didn't even go live, so I don't care. Hey, guys, for those of you out there in the chat who are watching, we've got 3 incredible giveaways tonight. Matter of fact, we're going to do one really quick before we get to our usual antics. That's right, guys. We're going to do one a little bit early tonight. So, oops, hold
on. Ladies and gentlemen, for the dozens of you watching and the thousands of you that should be watching, it's time for a giveaway!
I had to do that. My kids would kill me if I didn't.
Super cute.
I see we got 14 people in here tonight, guys. We're going to do a random number generator. And you guys know it's, as we like to joke around, it's the Dan C rules. The internet is going to prioritize your answer only. Whatever shows up first on my screen is the winner. Once I give you the number range, go ahead and go. We're going to keep this simple. 1 through 10, go.
Good luck, guys. What are they winning, Chris?
That's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Guys, you're going to win a Bluegrass Bearded prize pack tonight. It's what I won in the Baby Yoda auction. You're going to get your choice of a hat a hat and a sweatshirt of your choice from Ken's web store. Now, I see we've already got a winning number out there. Let me scroll up and make sure that there's nobody before them. All right. McMahon, you won, brother. I know this thing hardly ever shows up, but there it is right there. An 8.
Awesome. Bunch of people had 8, but yeah, he was definitely first.
Yeah, Mick, get a hold of Ken, bro. He's going to get you squared away. Now, I wanted to do that one real quick, guys, because I believe in giving back to you guys. And you guys who are with me here tonight, I love having you here. You guys really make me want to do this every single week, not to mention the incredible guests that I have. Now, gentlemen, I've spoken enough. Why don't you introduce yourself to the world tonight?
Me?
You.
Yeah. What's up, guys? I'm Steve. I go by the mayor just randomly as a friend nickname that kind of grew into something silly. I'm a 8th grade science teacher, and I do Wednesday nights Beard Advice Live with Dan, where we take anybody and everybody and just tell them what we think would look good with their face. We're not pros, but it's been an amazing journey. I've learned so much in this short time, and I don't know. I have two family. I'm married, have 2 kids. Just got into the beer game let me enunciate, not beer game. I like beer, but beard game a couple years ago. And it's just taken off. It's just been such a fun adventure with my best friend. It's been really cool, and I love it. So everybody out there, thank you. You're like the wind beneath my wings. That should be a song. Is that a song?
Just a little.
And he has to give himself more credit. He's also the co-founder of our private Facebook group where we have over 5.3 thousand members, and it's a truly unique group. It's a pretty special place, and he's a huge reason behind that success. He puts out unique content on the group and the group only, and he also gives me video ideas and has been on videos and stuff. So he's much more than just the Wednesday night. He's a part of pretty much every fiber of the channel by now. So and as it grows and continues to grow, he'll be more and more a part of it. So the mayor does a ton with the channel. And I'm Dan, by the way, guys. Last name Command. I'm a middle school teacher. I teach history at the 7th grade level this year, but I've taught 6th, 7th, I've taught 8th, I've taught 10th, 12th, you name it. I love all history stuff. I love creating beard content on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Family man, I got 3 beautiful kids. Violet just turned 1. Jax is 3. Maddox is 5. And then I have a gorgeous wife, Sam, who stays at home raising them, but also has a shop of her own where she makes shirts and decals and aprons and all sorts of stuff.
Right, Mac? I mean, it's really cool that we got some rookies on the channel tonight to showcase their talents, right? I mean, that's right. Good vibes, good vibes. And everyone in the chat, I see you guys coming in. We have a very hard time limit tonight, so I'm going to keep moving things along. Both of these gentlemen have a day job they have to go to tomorrow, and I want to make sure that at least this guy down here keeps his word to his wife, because I'm not going to get stabbed by Sam. But still.
She does have access to poop knives, so be careful.
Yeah, right? Whoever wants to get hit by one of those, that's all I'm saying. Sober Chef Eric, I am so sorry you had a bad day, brother. All right. Now, I also want to give the mayor a little bit of credit, because when you first came on the scene, you were all like, well, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And now look at you.
I was a sponge. I was absorbing. It was my intake mode. You know, I'm still absorbing a lot. Look at my stomach. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm still, but I am definitely taking in things. At the beginning, I was just kind of like, I felt like I asked the questions that I thought new guys would ask, and kind of like, took a little bit of a new look at things and threw some stuff at Dan, maybe that, some vocabulary, some terms that. Just kind of asking the question for all the new guys, the new beardsmen out there. And it's kind of progressive, but I still definitely have things that I have no idea what that carrier oil is or whatever. And I'll just stop and ask. And I think that, my ignorance provides a little bit.
Yeah, but I think your ignorance transformed the show, which was majorly bearded, into what it has become today. And that's true. Not trying to be offensive, because it was like, first, it was about you and your journey. Then all of a sudden, I missed a show or two. And now it's, all right, guys, send in your pictures. Let's help you out. And it's so awesome watching you just, all right, I would try this. I would try that. Because like a while ago, we were threatening to steal your freaking clippers and throw them on Barbecue Steve's grill, right, and butcher them.
But how many guys go through that? And that's the thing, is how many guys, when especially the first time you have facial hair, go through that whole messing with it. And right now, this is I was just thinking as we were going into this, it's been a good couple 3 weeks. I'm kind of pushing myself a little bit longer, fuller. I mean, the quarantine's been great beard season. It's just if you wanted it to be, and I have.
So how did that progression happen, you guys? How did it go from we're getting the mayor moving to all of a sudden there's this brand new idea?
It just kind of happened naturally. We had some feedback and advice from subscribers and viewers that as the mayor kind of got settled into his style, we kind of were getting a lot of questions about guys. Hey, mayor, how do you trim this? What would you do, Dan? What do you do here? And when it became like, hey, the mayor's going to keep his beard, the idea of following his journey and getting him to keep it was no longer. So then it kind of just became a hangout thing, which was all right. It was kind of us finding our voice and our place in the community. And then it kind of stumbled upon the idea. Most ideas happen. I'll message Steve. I'm like, all right, hear me out. And then we kind of talk it over, and we thought that we had a hit right away. And so we did. I mean, we're on tomorrow's going to be week 19 or 20 of actual beard advice. And the first half was just kind of me showing my email and going through. And now we have a little bit more of an official format. And so it's just kind of naturally kind of grown as we've gone, and we're still adjusting, still improving every week. I mean, that's what you do as teachers or professionals or anybody. So yeah, it just kind of happened naturally.
Yeah, and Donald, I'm going to add one to this, okay? I honestly think in the beard community, there's like 3 people who have been put here by, well, the beard gods to make us all a better person. One of them is, Mr. Sexual Chocolate himself, Emo, one of the most amazing people I've ever, well, not met, but gotten to interact with. I've never been able to meet him face to face. And these 2 guys on screen, because I can vouch, there's been times where I've been breaking down and losing it. I'm like, Dan, look, I screwed this up. I did this. And he's like, okay, what's next? He's not, okay, we're going to give Chris a pity party. What's next? Let's get you moving forward. How are you?
Always. Yep. We've had good talks.
That's the coach he was for my kids too. Not even young kids, but like, okay, things happen. What's the positive? What do we learn? What do we move forward with? Yeah. And that's why I grew. I wanted to be involved with what he was doing, because it was just like a really unique, kind of like a hard but fresh look at life that not a lot of people have now.
Well, I agree. And like for you, Mr. Mayor, you're so honest and you're so genuine about who you are. Unless like when the screen goes off, you're kicking puppy dogs behind the camera. It's like, this is an awesome dude to know.
That's another great point, is when I finally like just kind of I kind of watched Dan just be straight up with everybody and kind of let the guard down, got comfortable, and all, I got some weird stuff. I take a bath. Everyone, I'm a bath guy. I'm not a shower guy.
Yes.
I'm a little bit, I'm a little uptight on certain things. But you can tell that's just kind of who I am. And it literally took me like 40 years of my life to just be chill with that and put it out. And I'm so happy that I got to that point at all.
Yeah. And I mean, I will stand by that statement. You guys I'm proud to call you friends. I'm proud to call you brothers, and I'm proud that you guys have come on my show more than one time. It's been like not oh crap, he's inviting me again. It's like, okay, well, what day? Let's work something out, And speaking of the working out, Dan, my staff got your rider. 40 tons of beef jerky is a bit much, but we'll get to you, dude. Okay, we will, I promise.
I'm flexible.
And for anybody in the chat who wants to create drama, it's a joke. Huh? All right. Now, I know you guys are school teachers, and I know up here, my I call her the cuteness factor. My little one, Brianna, is finally getting to go to school. Today was her second day. How is that transition back for you guys? Because, well, Dan, you showed the bulletproof glass you're behind,
Yeah, I'll let the mayor go because he has a pretty good perspective of the same teacher side of me, but he also has an elementary kid and a middle school kid. So I think he has kind of a unique perspective. So, Mayor, hit him. What do you think?
Oh man, I have a hard time. This is the first year my son is actually in my building. He's a 6th grader, and whenever they roll out, okay, this is what we're gonna do next. It hits me as a professional, but it hits me as a parent as well. And those guys don't always agree either. Like what's safe maybe for the teachers isn't what's best for my son who needs to get out there. And so it's conflicted. That's how I feel. How do I feel? Conflicted. I mean, we had some hard things happen this year. I just some crazy stuff that's never happened. Like I had a student who unfortunately took his life from my class, and I've never lost a kid in 20 years. And it was just for the sake of all the other kids. It wasn't focused. It wasn't blown up as much. And that was a tough one. That's straightforward. I'm still dealing with it, and in some ways, I don't think I have because of the remote factor. Yeah. I never was in the same room with a young man, but it was really tough.
Well, I think the last time you were on the show, you guys made the statement about the connection that you have with your students and how basically like they become your children in a way. How you feel responsible for all of them, and you want to help them develop and help them grow and help them do things. And Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what to say at that point. It's
that's how
wow.
My point for sharing that is, and I'm not going to go on any specifics, but like my point for sharing that is it's real. There's been some crazy things that have happened. With that we've been just kind of pushed into, and so teaching remotely isn't like a cakewalk because you're just uncertain of things, and things like that are crazy and rough.
Now, I know that. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
That was it. That was it.
Okay, when you guys are teaching remote, because I I hate looking at my daughter's cameras when they're on their laptops because it looks like someone's sitting in their kitchen. Do you have like a dedicated area in your house that you're teaching from that looks well? Well, I was going to say that's a professional look right there. You know,
This is my classroom as well, for sure, and with the lighting and everything. And whenever I do have the chance, because my kids are going to school from home, I'm here. You know, which is like 3 out of 5 days a week we can teach remotely right now.
nice. Okay, so Dan, how was your transition back then?
Yeah, so same as the mayor, conflicted. Maddox is in school right now for the first time. He's in kindergarten, so I kind of get a little bit of the same perspective as the mayor. The biggest thing for me is I do this well, right? I've been training for teaching people online in a live format for literally years now. I had a big head start on a lot of people, so what I do is I'm pretty effective at it, but it's not the same. And it's so interesting because you see kids in a new light, right? You get to know kids really well in the classroom, but you get to know them a totally different way online as well. There are kids that I would never know their home situation when we were in the classroom, but I know that they have a tough home situation because of being remote. So I almost empathize and understand them a little bit more because I literally get a glimpse into their living room when they have 3 little siblings crawling over them or parents yelling in the back and a really loud house. And so when they don't do their homework when we're in school, I'm like, oh, okay, because it's a jungle at home. They're literally battling everything. So there's so much. It's been very, very eye-opening. It's been a completely different perspective. I personally enjoy teaching online. I like that aspect. I also enjoy teaching in person. But going in person has a lot of headaches. We are a district that takes it very serious. We have a friend that teaches a district, and they've gone in person, and they've kind of just disregarded all guidelines. They just say, let's do business as usual. If stuff happens, we'll address it. Our school is very strict. We have very, very clear-cut guidelines and a lot of new stuff, right? I've been there 11 years. The mayor's been there 20 years. It's like we are brand new first-year teachers, just straight up with all the different stuff we have to do. And if we have someone test positive, our seating chart's very serious to prove that we followed all the guidelines is very serious. It's very exhausting. When I could say the last couple of years, cruise control or autopilot's not the proper word, but I could just go in and teach. I didn't have to think about anything else. I knew the content. I knew my classroom management. I knew what I was doing. Now I have to think about 6 feet. I have to think about kids keeping their mask up. I have to think about wiping down every desk between every class. I have to think about them not being able to do group work, not being able to do review games. There's so many things that it's just exhausting, man. It's just very, very wearing on you. But at the same time, it's nice to be in the building sometimes. So the best word would be conflicting.
Okay, yeah, I easily understand that. And just out of curiosity, do you have to wear a mask behind the glass, or are you maskless back there?
We are masked at all times. So the students are masked. We are masked. Essentially, the glass is just kind of a reminder for students. Middle school students are not good at physical boundaries or personal boundaries. So for anything, it's just like letting them know. And I think this is a great question for Vinny P. And I'll be very frank with my answer. He says, do you think kids learn the same, though? I felt like my kids had a much easier time to slack while I was online. It's completely on the kids and parents. If my kids want to learn right now and the parents want to push them to learn, they're likely learning more than ever. When you're online, there's less fluff. You are right into the content. You're right into the work. But kids have more excuses than ever, and parents' lives are more complicated than ever, so they're more likely to bite on those excuses, right? I can't tell you how many times a kid said, my Wi-Fi is acting up, and it's been 3 weeks in a row, and the parent just wants to believe it, so they don't have to deal with stuff. They don't want to have to get on them about work. So the families that are really on it, the kids that are intrinsically valued, right? They're going to push themselves. They want to do well for themselves. They're getting as much, if not more. Literally, it's a very potent style of learning. But the kids who don't have that, and hey, I was probably one of them. So truly no judgment. If I could have slacked, I would have. That's my personality. My parents hopefully would have kind of smacked me back into place. But for those that do want to slack, they're likely more able to. My biggest thing is it's a little bit more on the plate of the parents, but it's worth it. It really is. And again, I'm not going to take up too much time, but Joe says the opportunity to choose sky high. I have not done a single quiz or test for that reason. So for my class, it's all unique and original projects. So the ability to cheat is almost zero. It is something that's just not possible. Again, we're already halfway through the year, and I have not had a single test or quiz. They make everything. So the cheating aspect hasn't been a big one for me. And luckily in social studies, we can get away with doing projects.
Yeah, see, as you mentioned earlier, and see, I'm hitting the wrong thing here. I'm one of those parents who makes noise in the background because, unfortunately, I get into playing video games sometimes during the day and I forget about the hot mics. So I have been talked to by teachers before about, look, we're really happy you got to the next level, but can you control some certain things? I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm turning 50 and I'm talking to a kindergarten teacher like, I'm sorry. You know? But, yeah, and it's funny because of all this with my daughter going back to school. For the first time ever, I had to scrap a video and shoot it all over because I filmed a video about my feelings about, going back to school, the half day. And it's really weird because my daughter goes in the afternoon but does distance learning in the morning. Mm-hmm. And that's 4 days a week. And Wednesday is a full day at home distance learning. Mm-hmm. So I was like, great. One kid gets sick in school. It's a petri dish. You got all this, COVID, everything, whole big rant. So my daughter gets on the bus the other day. She gets to the top of the steps, turns around and goes, Daddy, don't worry. I'm going to do good.
Aw.
And yeah, exactly. The first thing is I'm tearing up. My second thought is, damn it, there goes that video.
Yeah, there's no perfect answers now. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. It's just truly making the best out of the situation you're given. That's all it comes down to. Parents, students, teachers, administration, everybody.
And if we do it right as parents and teachers, these kids being raised right now will have more perspective for the rest of their lives about what to be grateful for and what the things that we admittedly took for granted as adults, Yeah.
Yeah, there's a really good post going around where it's a mom giving some perspective, and essentially she says, everyone's worried about the kids being behind, the kids losing this, kids losing that. And she said, I escaped from a war-torn country. I moved to another country where I was pretty much in slavery. I moved away from that country to the United States, created an opportunity for myself, and I just finished my second master's degree. Your kids will be okay.
I guess it is. God, I hate to use this phrase, but perception versus reality. Mm-hmm. It is what you make of it. I mean, we've been trying, at least in my house, to promote positivity with stuff. It's like, I know we missed your birthday. I know Halloween we had to cancel, but we got you all this candy. We got your stuff. It's like, suffer today so we can be better for tomorrow. My middle daughter, my middle kid today admitted she was acting out because Brianna is getting to go back to school and she wants to go back. And I'm like, well, your time is coming. Mm-hmm. Do you guys in your school district, you have to have the kids signing their little daily permission forms like we do out here? It's like, I took my daughter's temperature, no cough, no fever, no runny nose, no anything.
They're doing at the staff level, yes, and they did talk about doing that at the student level. But how much value is there in that? It's like the kid. What do you? How far back? Yeah, you coughed on Tuesday, so it's third. It's like, let's be real. I mean, even the staff one's kind of silly to me, but I know it's liability and all that stuff.
All right, this may sound odd. Do you guys get tested when you go into school? Did they do the whole little temperature thing? And
yes, we have temperature checks.
We have a touchless. You put your hand. I kind of feel like I'm in the movie like Gattaca or something where you put your forehead up and it scans it. And somebody was telling me that they put a cup of hot water to see what would happen if somebody was popped hot, and it was like right. So I'm going for that one of those days. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to mess with it. I like getting paid.
All right, guys, seeing how we're approaching the halfway mark, and like I said, we got a hard time tonight. I did promise something, people, so I do have to do this or my kids are going to kill me.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the dozens of you watching and the thousands of you that should be watching, it's time for a giveaway!
All right, guys, like I promised, we got 2 more incredible giveaways tonight. This one is going to be for a raw backer tumbler. Now, sorry about my lighting, and this is also the effect of the epoxy, as you can see, like the screen print right there, but It's one of his God and Country tumblers, and unfortunately, it does have some small blemishes on the bottom. It was there when I purchased it that way. It has never been used, never been touched on the inside. You guys are going to win this one. So let me flip over, get everything, get ready to go here. What do we got? 30 cents.
And no tired here. Just this is my chill mode. This ain't my show. I let Chris worry about all that. I'm just enjoying relaxing.
You've got your commands corner gear, and then you shift down a little bit to Beard Advice Live, and then downshift again.
Yep.
I'm not pumping Joe's. I'm not pumping Beard Octane either. When I say down.
All right, guys. Just like I said earlier, we're going to play by Dan C rules tonight, and yeah, the whole internet calls it that. I hope you know that, Teach. The internet will prioritize your answer only. Whatever appears first on my screen is going to be the one that counts. Even though it says I got 39 in here. Here's your number range: 1 through 20. Go.
Good luck.
I know this thing. Seriously, this thing is cool.
Oh, it's beautiful. Rob
Really
does great work. If you don't follow Rob's Instagram and YouTube, make sure you check it out because he puts all his woodworking on there and stuff. It's kind of just mesmerizing.
All right, here they come rolling in. I love how StreamYard does that, how it's all quiet and whatever. Then all of a sudden, bam, here's like 8,000. Looking. All right, wow, hey, look at that. All right, guys, you can stop. We do have a winner. I just want to check, make sure no one beat him. All right, come here. Disney Beardsman, bro. You won the number.
Daniel.
Now, what you're going to want to do is contact me. I'm going to be shipping this to you. You are getting this actual one. So contact me on Instagram, bro. I know you started following me today, so you know how to get a hold of me.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, Daniel's a good buddy of mine. I made sure he was coming over today.
No, Rob, thank you. You do amazing work. Seriously, bro. Okay. Now let's move into a little bit of a different part because I know I've got two people here and it's going to be a little different. Normally we save these till the very end, but we're going to get the rando questions out of the way just because, like I said, I'm promising you that hard out. We're going to get it. All right, guys, there is no wrong answer. Mayor, you're up top. You're going to go first.
Okay.
Answer however you want. No wrong answer. It's more of a get to know you a little bit better. Do you guys prefer chicken or fish?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Burgers or tacos?
Burgers.
Tacos. Had them tonight. Tuesday, tacos.
Taco Tuesday. Mac, I saw that, brother. Thank you. All right. Now, I know this is going to sound a little bit weird, but you know those old school Italian deli sandwiches where it's like meat, cheese all the way up? Those or any of your favorite kind of pizza?
Pizza. I love pizza.
All right. What's your favorite music genre?
Probably hip-hop.
Hip-hop, rap.
Okay. For some reason, I can see that with you, Teach, but Mayor, I did not expect that.
I know.
Wow.
I'm just flowing. We're a big music family. Like my wife was she's she taught me, she's a music teacher, but she could have probably in a smaller city done an orchestra with flute and piano, and we just love all music. Just truly like straight up anything.
Nice.
You can play the flute while playing the piano.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that crazy? Like what? Like one-handed?
Yeah, I'm like one hand on the flute because you got to move with the keys and everything, and one hand. That takes talent. All right, what's your guys' favorite movie?
Forrest Gump.
Remember the Titans.
Good movie and good movie. All right, baseball or hockey?
Hockey.
Baseball.
Football or basketball?
Basketball.
Basketball.
This one always trips some people up for some reason. What's your favorite song?
Oh boy. You Are My Sunshine, because we sang it to the kids when they were little.
Nice.
Go Holy Grail by Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake. It's the song Sam and I walked out to in our wedding reception.
See, that's what gets me is like a lot of married people when they're on, that's right where they go. And, you know, it's either their wedding song or something just like that, something that has that right there connection. I think that's cool. All right. I know a lot of people want to pass on these, and if you guys want to, that's totally cool. In your opinion, what is the most overrated men's grooming company on the market?
Manscaped.
Manscaped?
Manscaped. Boy, I'm trying to think of the one. What was the beard guys? I think beard guys. Isn't that off the shelf?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not that that's bad, but
It's bad. No, they're bad. They're really bad.
They're horrible. That's the one that came with the flammable warning on the package. So yeah, no. All right. In your opinion, then, what's the most underrated men's grooming company out there?
oof.
I'm going to go with, just because I think they're going to have a huge year, and I just got a package in today. And I actually answered this on a recent stream as well. I am going to go with Bahawat.
I keep
I don't know.
yet to try them, but I will.
I have a small amount of experience with this company, but I'm pretty like what I've learned and what I've seen is I'm going to say the Bearded Coast.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And here's an interesting one that you might not want to sleep on. Harry Beards. Their bottles are really different. The vape juice bottles, really, really different. Okay. I think I know the answer for both of you. Do you use biotin?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, 10,000 mcgs a day.
What company?
Currently, Beard Octane.
And mine's Chesapeake that I'm
That's-
rocking right now.
Those are the two I rotate between.
Nice. Okay. If you could only use one men's grooming company for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Men's. I guess I'd probably go Detroit.
Nice.
Only one for the rest of my life.
And I think I qualify mine with just because the breadth of product. When you say grooming, I'm thinking like that. Like I did a silly video today for the Facebook group for the hair stuff.
Yeah.
I think I like that they have kind of branched out into all that, the solid colognes, things like that.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can. Totally cool. Yeah, Harry Beards, Vinny P. Beards. Just saying. All right. Favorite ice cream?
Mint Moose Tracks.
Cherries Moobly from Moomers in Traverse City.
Nice. Now, this is one that I do throw out there because there's a lot of young content creators who do watch various little live streams. I know, Dan, you're very well established, and Mary, you're just getting going. What would you say is your biggest regret in the review game to date?
I don't have any yet. Maybe answering the earlier question about which is my favorite company. That might be it. No, I don't. I genuinely, I feel like I'm still just kind of learning and growing. So I can't really think of one.
Mine would be not investing and betting on myself earlier. I'm very cheap. I'm very frugal. I don't like to spend money, especially on myself. I'll spend it on my wife. I'll spend it on my kids. I'll spend it on my friends, but I don't like spending money. I grew up without a lot of money and then had some pretty low points in my adult life as well. Yeah. So I hold on to it. And I held back from upgrading equipment, upgrading this. But every time I have upgraded, I wish I did more. Like, I've really loved every investment that I've made, whether, again, it's the camera, building the studio, an expensive mic, lighting. So my only regret is not betting on myself earlier. I'm not a gambling man, but I'm always going to bet on myself from now on.
Nice. And I will say, for the record, for me, mine is not thinking things all the way through. What seems like a good choice at that moment usually bites me in the ass.
See, I probably think too much through. I'd never make a decision lightly, but yeah, I hear you.
One of the things that, and I'm going to move this quick along, like when I told you.
Oh, we got the first lag zone.
About, oh yeah, my drunk. If I'd been sober, I'd have never been on that live stream. And there goes the mayor. He'll be back. What the heck?
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I just lost everything.
There you are. You back? You good?
You're good.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but okay, cool.
You're good.
All right, we'll move this one along. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Nice. Balm or butter kind of guys?
butter.
Butter.
Gotta ask.
Okay,
You
question is it's bringing dumb questions.
Okay, to that lengthy beard, but still, you are the beard guru of the internet, from what I understand.
I'll take it.
That was a neat little interview that they did, though. I should say a little shout out they gave you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, I know COVID has screwed up a lot of stuff for a lot of people. Has it changed your beard washing schedule?
No, not really. I'm a pretty regular, almost nearly daily washer, unless I'm feeling it dry out too much. So, for me, no, not so much.
Yeah, for me, absolutely. If I'm not going anywhere, I try to do a rinse day only. If I have been out, if I've been teaching, I'm going to wash. So yes, definitely.
And Beta's in the house. How you doing, brother? All right. Now I'm going to ask you what I call the human resource question that everybody hates. All right. Where do you see yourself in about 10 years?
Retired from teaching, collecting my pension, and working for Dan in some capacity.
Yeah, I fully plan on having a platform that is well beyond just the beard community. I plan on having a daily show similar to something like Pat McAfee, where I have let my closest circle all retire. We work together. We all have kind of specialized jobs, and we'll be all creating content for a living and being very happy and having no worries. And that's already got stuff in motion, wheels turning and churning. So that will happen.
See, and that's one of the things I've always respected about you. Like, I always made this joke with you about, okay, go ahead, trip once so I can catch you. Just mess up once. And you're like, look, I've got this goal in mind. I'm going to get to 1 million subs. But when I get there, I'm going to turn around and pull people with me.
Mm-hmm.
You've never forgotten where you've came from, and you're always there to help people. You always hear these horror stories about, oh, man, don't talk to Dan C. He's got a swelled head. No. You have always been there to help anybody who's ever said, hey, what am I doing wrong? How can I do this better? What can I do this?
Yeah, I've never ignored or deleted a single message. Even people that have talked terribly about me in the past, even in the chat right now, I've helped them. When they've reached out, I answer every question. I take pride in supporting those that support me above all. So there's people that I bring up with me, and especially my circle, man. There's tons of great quotes out there, but the people that cheer for you the loudest when you succeed, man, hold on to them tightly, because those people are rare in this world. So I'm holding on to them as tightly as I can.
And Pete White's got a question for you. What was that radio station you were mentioned on?
It was one out of Florida. I forget the exact name. I can send you the post or whatever about it. I don't know the name of it, but they're in Florida, if that helps.
South Florida. Was it South Florida?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Okay, so the last two are the two most burning questions in the beard community. Everybody wants to know. Does pineapple belong on pizza, and how do you take your steak?
Pineapple can definitely be on a pizza with ham. It needs to be paired, personally. I don't know how it would be the other ways. And medium rare.
Same. Pizza, pineapple, yes, and medium rare as well. And Rob, do you prefer forgive or forget? Neither. I prefer noted. I like to note things. That's kind of my thing.
Nice. And we got one from, where'd he go? There we go. And yeah, I love it, no matter how dumb the question is.
Always.
All right, we'll get that off. All right, now we're going to go into a short little segment because, like I said, I'm keeping you on that hard time. I know we've got new content creators coming up every day, and everybody looks at like you and Scuba as the man. What advice would you guys give, especially Mayor, with you what you're doing in the Facebook group? You can call that content creation, hands down. What advice would you guys give to a brand new person who's thinking about doing this?
So really the only advice that matters if you're trying to break out in the current game, in the current age, is be unique and be genuine. Don't be fake. Don't cut corners. Don't try to do things that you feel are going to get you ahead. Content is king. Truly. It doesn't matter how good your video quality is. It doesn't matter how good anything else is. Content is king. If you have value that you can add to others' life, you are going to succeed. add so much value that people can't ignore you. And it doesn't matter if you're unique, you have that energy. We have people in the chat right now that have come in and made a splash authentically in the game, as well deserved, whether it's because they have great energy, whether it's because they're unbelievably supportive and kind, or because they have like the truest of the truest genuine nature of trying to help and progress the community. That's the biggest thing. So be unique and be genuine. If you do that, this community is going to welcome you with open arms. If you're not genuine, it's going to show through at some point, and it's going to turn on you because you're so public. There's no way you can hide it for a long period of time. And again, being genuine goes with being unique. Your uniqueness has to fall within who you are.
Good. Very good.
Then mine would be three things. First of all, you have to offer something new or something that people want. It has to be interest. People have to want it. 2, your path to success is not going to be in the tracks of someone else. You get there differently. You get there your own way. And 3, usually it's going to be in a place where you're pushing your limits and your boundaries as a person who my image was, just to speak for me, for example, I never thought I'd have a facial hair or anything, but I've already found so much joy in this because of like just trying something new. You get one life. Don't paint yourself with one brush and put it away. Be open to change.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off the mayor there, I like what he said about finding your own lane. You also have to be true with your expectations based on your input. If you think that you're going to make this massive, massive boom, but you're not willing to put in the work and the perspective, you're not going to get there. But it's okay, right? There's all different levels. There's some people that are hobbyists and they'll throw a video out when they can. That's great, but just make sure your expectations match that. There's other people that are going to eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff. It's going to be on their mind at all times. They're going to alter their family, their schedule, their life. Yeah. Then have those priorities altered too. But to think that you're going to be somebody that is not sleeping, that's always working, and you want those numbers, but you're not going to put in that work, have tempered expectations based on what you're putting in.
Very good points. Very good. I mean, at least for me, I try to give a different look because there's a lot of stuff on my channel. You can find a whole bunch of different reviews. You can find, vlogs and blogs and everything under the sun. I try to give a different perspective because we all can't be the mayor. We all can't be Dan. We all can't be anyone. I just try to be me. Do I do everything right? No. Dear God, no. Look at my track history. A lot of that's out there public. My screw-ups are very public. Now, in my videos, I own them. You'll hear me do it in a video where I'm like, camera took a dump. Hold on, I got to put down a Kid Rebellion. And I just roll with it and keep moving forward. What do we got? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, and that's what I hear. It's like, Dan never sleeps. I swear he's got like a caffeine IV going constantly.
Just wired that way. Just natural.
And yeah, I like what Ken says. Don't hate on others for their success.
Yeah, it's human nature. It's always going to happen. And unless you can handle that, you got to get out. You got to get used to that. People always hate on what they want or what they can't have.
Yes, and here's a perfect example of my screw-ups. Filming my review for Harry, my camera shut down 3 times. And I think the 3rd time it shut down, I was like, if this does it again, you're going to have a live feed of my camera going out a window. Yeah, and Beard Advice is awesome. Beard Advice and Personal, yeah. I mean, I love what you guys do with that show, how it transitioned.
Thank you.
That was, a lot of leading up to that was kind of me getting up to speed. I was talking to Dan about this last week. I still, my first few sentences will be like gobbledygook sometimes out of my mouth. Like, cause you get up to an energy and a speed with it. And just an observation, but you do need to, it is a trade. It's a skill to bring the energy and talk with your hands a lot and all that, whatever that is. But so a lot of it was practicing too. And we didn't know where we were going. That's another thing too, is you don't always know where you're going, but be open and willing to kind of accept the opportunities as they come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say something, but no, you said it perfectly. You really did, you know?
Yep.
I mean, I'll admit for me, I had to readjust my thought process because I think, Dan, you and I talked about this before about people I called code collectors. How people only seem to get in just because I want an affiliate code or I want a discount code or I want this, and they have nothing. But I had to step back and go, well, good for you guys. You're getting them. Now let me shut up. To paraphrase you, Dan, shut up, put the keyboard down, do your damn job.
Yep, pretty much. You gotta stop worrying, and this is for everybody. You gotta stop worrying about what other people are doing. If you do that, you don't have enough time for yourself.
Right? I mean, I can screw up my life well enough on my own. I don't have to worry about Dan's life, and while I'm worrying about my life, and then worrying about the mayor's and worrying about bluegrass. Except bluegrass, you lucky bastard with those cookies. Still. All right, so I love how you made a mention of people bringing in a bunch of energy. And he's always one of my favorite guys to pick on because I think Healthy Bearded has an immense energy and an immense presence for what he's doing. He's fun to pick on because he fires back. He just doesn't be like, oh, okay, sure, I'll move on. I've watched him get a lot of hate. I've watched Bluegrass Bearded get a lot of hate. Like we joked around on Instagram today going, I want to break Ken's record. I just, wow, Hey, Bearded Beanie, thank you, man. That is so kind of you. Seriously, so kind of you. Thank you. All right, that just threw me out. Yeah, exactly where to go. And see, even Cribs has inspired people, like when he's doing his barbecue videos. Grabbed the wrong one, sorry. And I love how you can grab inspiration and you can grab stuff from anywhere. Because there's been times where, I'll admit, I've sent to teach a video and went, critique this for me. And I love the feedback that I've gotten from you. It hasn't been delete it sucks, it's bad, it's this. You're like, well, this is what I see. I'm like, cool, thanks, post.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned Jay Cruz. Everybody, a lot of people message me and talk and ask advice and stuff, but Jay Cruz probably messages me the most and in a great way. And he just wants to learn. He always wants to absorb things, and he's always picking my brain. Last night, I probably had 30 voice memos from him and going back and forth. So I love the way he's approaching it with his energy, his work ethic, but he's studying. He really takes that seriously, and that's the kind of person I am. So I love that. And anybody that does that. And yeah, I mean, you've probably sent me 5 unlisted videos and asked me to check them out, and we've had video chats and everything. So yeah, I'm always here for everybody.
And guys, he's not lying. There's times I've been like, look, you got like 5 minutes, and he's like, if it's really important, I'll give it to you now, but if not, we'll talk later on. I'm like, okay, it can wait. And she said, I see, I'll get to you right in a moment, dude. Guys, everyone in the chat, this man right down below, Out West with Chris. If you want to learn some cool, like kayaking stuff, fishing stuff, outdoor skills, he is a great dude. Go give him a follow. Go give him a subscribe. He will be a guest on my channel very, very soon. I've been a fan of his for a long time and watching him a very long time. And I'm very proud that he's coming to the channel.
Very cool.
And she said, thank you, brother. Seriously. Thank you so much.
Ryan's awesome.
Well, see, that's what kills me is with this community that I've found, you can screw up. If you admit you screw up, everyone forgives you. You move on. But if you act like you're better than everybody and you act like you're owed something, you'll be showed the door real quick.
You got to man up. You got to own it. The victim card will get you nowhere. And as long as you own it and you man up, everybody's willing to forgive and move on. So, yeah, I love that. Love that about the community. That's what it's all about.
See, I don't think mine's going to move, but see, yeah, it just doesn't go.
I just say no. Well, I'm not saying no. I'm trying to shake my beard, but also no. It's just no. I just don't have the gravity. And
see, yeah, this is a good one. And damn, Dan, I'm glad you're here. I love this from Ultimus. His biggest pet peeve is giveaway hounds. They'll hop in a chat and ask about a giveaway without saying hello or supporting the channel. I know you get a lot of those, Dan. I've seen people in your chat going, where's the giveaway? Where's the giveaway? When are we doing the giveaway? How do you not? I got to ask, how do you not lose it?
I worry about me. I think about when I see the glass, it's always half full. If they're there for that, they're not going to stick around long. Those people don't have stamina. They're not going to stick through the streams and week after week and stuff. So nothing really rattles me. I just take it and move. There's a lot of positive out of every situation.
You got to look at them like an opportunity. How many once in a while maybe you flip one of those and they find a product they like. You never know because they got to listen to you. So it's an opportunity.
Yeah, and that's got to be humbling, Teach.
It's crazy.
The 300 club that you're hitting on the regular, that's got to be really humbling.
Crazy, man. Wild. Yes, I don't even know what to say. It's just crazy.
You have earned every bit of it. I'm very proud to have known you for a while. Like I said, at one point I had more subscribers than you. Blinked and I was like, how's he at 1 million? But still.
It's a long blink, but we'll get there. I always like to.
I'm old, so yeah.
I frame people for like I'm like that 330. That's a good big college lecture hall or something. Full. And when you frame it like that, and you can kind of picture that, it can be staggering. Or you look at like the subscribers, and you're talking Joe Louis Arena.
Crazy.
Old, I don't actually know what the old seating was there, but it was like 40 something thousand. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
So, it's just awesome to watch you work. And like I've admitted publicly, I was stolen from you when I was doing my own reviews. I'm like, I like how he does this. I like how he does that. Now I got to put my spin on it. And I like Bobby Casey here. It's not an MVP type of community. Everyone plays their own part. And it's a good point,
Facts.
Yeah, right, Copper Johns? Seriously. You say hi and all of a sudden, psst, gone. Alrighty, guys, we are at that awesome point tonight. We're not wrapping it up yet. We're getting close, but we do have to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the dozens of you watching and the thousands of you that should be watching, it's time for a giveaway!
Now, my kids, when they were doing that, I was going to use a Michael Buffer thing, but my son was like, I want to do this, but he was trying not to laugh throughout the whole thing. That's why you see his face like, ladies and gentlemen, he's trying really hard to be serious. But guys, that's right. We are at the last giveaway of the night, and it is the biggest one yet. We do have a Rob Acker God and Country Cross. It is one of his originals. He's probably not going to be doing much more ever along this line, so you're going to get a seriously collectible here. And this is the best part, guys. You already know. It's a random number generator. For the 30-some odd of you guys have been hanging on this long, thank you so much. This is a big one for you. We're going to do the usual. I've already said the rules enough. Here's your number range because we got 2 more things to cover before we hit that hard time. Your number range is 1 through 20. Go. And yeah, there you go from the man himself. He's going to miss those.
Thank you, Swag.
Well, look at that. All right, guys, we got a winner. And it's a really, really early one, too, so I don't even need to check. This one's going to be funny. It's the first repeat winner I think I've ever had on my channel history.
Oh, wow.
There he is.
Beardsman.
Disney. Clean up.
Shipping.
Seriously. Oh, get in there. Number was 14. You're the first 14 I saw, so, bro. I know when you send me that first message, so, yeah, bro. Congrats, man.
And he won both Acker things, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He did.
Very cool.
McMahon won the Bluegrass prize pack, but I think he passed it forward to Joe Bearded Life. So I'm going to let those guys fight it out and see who gets them. And Disney really cleaned up on the Acker stuff. All right. So seeing how we got that hard out, we got about 6 minutes. I'm going to go right into kind of like the wrap-up stuff so we don't overdo it tonight. Normally, I ask everyone, what do you have coming up? What do you have for the rest of the week other than Beard Advice tomorrow?
Friday, I have a review. It is actually and haven't mentioned this at all. I never talk about my videos ahead of time because people like to steal my ideas. And I actually slipped up within the last 2 weeks and talked about my video that's coming out tomorrow. And it happened, but that's okay. Stuff happens. So video tomorrow, Beard Advice Live tomorrow, Friday, I have a review. And it's actually one of our good friends, the mayor, and our friends started a company. It's a review for them. So I'm pretty excited for that. And then a really interesting video on Sunday.
Nice. Mayor, what do you have coming up, sir?
Oh, kids stuff. Let's see. We've got let's see, tomorrow's Beard Advice Live. Then we've got, work, and then ski club after school on Thursday. Then we come back and we've got to get pick my son up at soccer. He's got that. Then we've got to go up north we're going to go up north this weekend to go skiing. First, I got my oil change and blood draw on Friday. That's exciting. We don't have school Friday, so I did all that stuff. I like to get up early and get all that stuff out of the way. Go up north. We're going to go skiing up in Crystal Mountain. It's going to be about 4 degrees. So, but you got to buy your lift tickets ahead of time, or you don't get to ski now because of COVID. They've limited the numbers. So we've got lift tickets for Sunday. Hopefully it'll be in the double digits, and head back home. It's about 3 hours, and keep moving forward and get those kids in school and rinse and repeat.
Nice. All right, I'm going to do this really quick, guys. I am getting close to getting permission granted so I can actually film the videos I'm doing while trying to learn how to blacksmith. If you guys didn't know, yes, I'm trying because of all my knife reviews. I think it's going to add an extra layer to be able to talk more about the steel, how to make things, especially with fixed blades, and go, yeah, I've tried doing this, and yeah, okay.
I'm actually friends with a couple of, actually 2 different Forged in Fire champions.
From out your area?
No. Just from the online world, and they have beards, and we've struck up a relationship. And one of them is actually the guy who founded the show Forged in Fire. He was an employee of the History Channel at the time.
Nice. Way cool. But guys, I usually talk about this real quick. I know with COVID, I know with all the changes, I know with everything, and everybody's struggling out there. I laid down this challenge last week, and I'm going to lay it down again. Guys, try to reach out to at least 3 people this week, because I know with all the distancing going on and all the isolation that's going on, that contact that we usually have and we've taken for granted on a daily basis is not there. Try 3. If you can't do 3, try 2. If you can't do that, try 1. Get a hold of someone and just ask, hey, how you doing? How's things going? And just listen. It could very well change somebody's life.
No, that's our great. There's a lot of our people that we take for granted that we should just check in on, because it's been almost a year now, where people have changed their life. So that's a great thought.
Holly, that's very nice of you, Holly. And thank you, Mr. Mayor. You guys have any last minute things you want to throw out there? Or?
No, thank you for having us on, man. It was awesome. I enjoy answering questions and seeing community members in the chat, and just get into hang out with good people.
And I thought it makes me feel cool that anybody wants to have me on any show. So there you go. There's me being honest again. I appreciate it.
You have an open invitation anytime, Mr. Mayor. We will work you back into some future shows and teach. We'll try to get you back in the summer outside of your camping stuff. That way we don't have a serious hard out. But okay, guys, because I promised them this, unfortunately, I am going to wrap it up right now. I really don't want to get stabbed by a poop knife with an enraged Sam. Okay, I don't. So as I say in every video, I hope all of you are being safe. I hope all of you are having a great night, and we'll see you in our very, very next video. Guys, thank you so much for the time you just gave me. I hope you enjoyed our guest tonight if we had one, and yes, I'm pre-recording this, or that you might have enjoyed an open mic night or whatever the heck just happened. We're going to try to do these every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever you guys are in between and around the world. Next week, we should have another amazing guest or something really cool for you to watch. Thanks so much for watching all this stuff, guys, and we'll see you in our next one.